Hey there, welcome to the locker room. Coach Arias here. Today's message: private victory precedes public victory. Man, that was tough to say. Private victory precedes public victory. What do I mean by that? There's a quote that I was reading, and I'm not going to pretend to memorize this. I'm going to read it to you. It says, "The greatest battles in life are fought out daily in the silent chambers of the soul." That was by religious leader David McKay. The greatest battles in life are fought out daily in the silent chambers of the soul. So if the daily battles are fought out in the silent chambers of the soul, how do you train your soul? How do you train your mind? I'm going to give you a couple tips. I love training my mind. I love training my soul because I know that at some point in time, I'm going to have to dig deep in my soul. I'm going to have to dig deep where there's nobody else that can fire me up. Nobody else is going to be able to pick me up besides that voice in my own mind, besides that thing in my own soul. I think it starts with spiritually putting yourself in a place where you're training it. Just like if you want bigger muscles, you got to lift. You want to get better at something, you got to do it. If you want to train yourself to be better in your soul, in your spirit, you got to train that spirit. Me personally, I try and read the Bible daily. Try and spend some time with God daily, training my soul, getting closer, getting tighter in my soul, in my faith. I don't know if that'll work for you, but that's one of my tips. Another thing is listening to positive things, putting positive things in your iPhone, listening to things that are going to bring positivity into your life. And last, I would say your inner circle. The people that you surround yourself in your inner circle, are the people that you surround yourself, are they pulling your soul down? Are they dragging you down? Are they always doing something or saying something negative? Or every time you're around them, how you doing? You know, the economy, or you know, horrible day. Try and surround yourself with people that are going to lift you up versus lean on you. Lifters versus leaners. I got another quote for you that I read the other day that I loved. It says, "Unless the enemy is within, there can be no enemy out there." This was from the 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. This was out of that book. It said, "Unless the enemy is within, there can be no enemy out there." That's an African proverb. Unless the enemy is within, there can be no enemy out there. So that means if we control ourselves, if we have control over our heart, our soul, our spirit, our mind, there can be no enemy that can beat us out there. Daily habits, daily disciplines, private victories precede the public victories. What private victories do you have to win? What private victories do we have to win that are going to precede the public victory that we may be looking for? In the gym, you know, I've been training a lot with professional fighters, and one thing that I respect by a specific individual, Tony Way. Tony, he's in there from morning until night. Every time you go, he's there. That's a private victory before the public victory. See, at some point somebody's going to raise his hand and say, "Man, what a great champion. Man, what a great victory. Must always be great. Must be a natural." Not always the case. Those private victories is what's leading to that public victory. How about studying? How about those students that end up with an A? Sometimes they're gifted. Most of the time, it's a lot of pounding of their craft. How about watching tape for a sports individual, somebody who's athletic, watching film of the other players, watching tape, spending time privately, working out, waking up early in the morning, dieting when you don't have to, doing all the things that are necessary privately. Nobody's giving you coverage on ESPN for that. Nobody's giving you a shout out on the radio, and your name's not going across the screen. You're not hoisting up no trophy privately when you're waking up in the morning, going hard, sweating, blood, sweat, tears, through soreness, through pain, through being tired. All the hours that goes into it, all the mentality, all the things that you're doing today that's going to cause you to win tomorrow is how you're going to gain that public victory. But people don't understand sometimes. The thing that precedes public victory is those private victories. I like to encourage you. Think about it. Test yourself this week. Just do it with me. 7 days. Pay attention to those private victories. When you have a chance to win or lose that battle, when your alarm clock goes off, or when your mind is saying, "Man, today's not going to be a good day," or "I'm in a bad mood because something happened yesterday." Win that private victory. Win that private victory when you're supposed to eat this and you choose to eat that. Don't eat the junk when you're trying to stay on your diet. Win those private victories daily, daily, daily and then ultimately it'll be your time to shine. It'll be your time to achieve that prize. It'll all because of what you've done. It'll be because of what you've done in private. Thanks for joining me in the locker room today. Private victories before those public victories. Let's go out and win. Let's go out and get a victory. Look forward to seeing you next week in the locker room, gang. Thanks for joining me.